But I'll see if it's went through them. Aye. Yeah, that's fine. Just gotta make sure you're actually talking and not do a hash. Obviously, I'm not talking to myself again. Oh, yeah, that's the stream up. Alright, hello and welcome to ERL GT 7 Pro category. I'm here with Apex this time. Hopefully, you can hear him. But we are around Autopolis. Autopolis, isn't it? I'm not good with names sometimes. But this will definitely be an interesting race. I've done heat hall practice, so do you have any insight of this at all? Uh-huh. Oh, take it. So it might be not a race of speed, but a race of conserving the tyres, try and make sure you can eke them out. What? You can't hear Apex? Apex, mate? It's happened again! Why the... Oh. Oh my. This is not the first time this has happened as well. Is it good? No? I can hear you. Let's check the stream. Is it good? Aye, no worries. Can you hear him? No. We still can't hear you on the stream. Oh, Jesus. We're on Ridge anyway now for his first. He's been going out for his out lap now. Since he's always host, so he always gets out in first. Maybe by a country mile. But he is. But, yeah. We're just gonna wait until Apex can get back and we can get that insight on this track. As I think I've not done many runnings. Well, I've not done many runnings on this track, but I'm pretty sure Apex has done a little bit of runnings. High tyre wear track, I think just due to how many fast corners you have. Really try to lean on the tyre and make sure that that you get around quickly, but destroys those tyres at the same time. But now we'll watch range in his GTR. Let's see what you can do in this flying lap. Have you went into the party settings? Then there should be one that says voice or mic, and it should be just to share your voice. Just enable that if you can still hear me. But yeah, now we got Reggie's through the first sector now. Difficult turn one as well, but I'm sure these boys wouldn't know the score of how to get through there quickly. So now it's coming to these two quick left-handers, and then into this very tight corner. As it goes on now, it's going into the big left-hander where you want to carry the speed, make sure the car rotates enough just to hold on, accelerate back out. And then you've got a little bit of a straight before the hairpin up here. Just after you've completed your second sector, sit into a hairpin, and then down the hill.
Evening all. Hopefully you can hear me now.
Hopefully. I'm sure the people in the chat will definitely say if they can hear you or not, but I can't believe that's happened twice to me.
Yeah, it's the first time I've used the chat to come on the stream, so yeah, the settings are sorted now, hopefully.
That's fine. Hopefully
Good.
they all are. Just talking about the lap, just talking about how many high-speed corners, as you said earlier, with no one hearing. Really takes
Yeah,
a hammering on the tyres.
that's right, yeah. There's a few tricky corners as well, so it's easy to go off, put a tyre off the track, and it's not very forgiving if you do so. Curbs can be a bit tricky as well, can flick the back end out, so yeah, I think the combination of being a tricky track and tyres is going to be key, I think.
It's also going to be there will definitely be another element of also battling, try being that dirty air. It might be a track where you don't really want to follow the car behind. But
when you get close to it, yeah, it does have an effect, I think. So it will be tricky to get past people as well.
It will be.
I think the main straight's your best option. If you can get tight on the last corner, barring people making mistakes, that'll obviously help out as well.
That is definitely interesting. Though there's a lot of different cars on the track, it's wondering just how the cars are going to perform as well around here. As some people are saying, they're finding it difficult with their cars, trying to get it around here because it's kind of, it's the hot cars too heavy or just the tyre wear on it felt pretty bad.
Yeah, I think the FR cars are a bit more heavier on tyre wear around here, from what I can tell. So they might be doing extra stops compared to MRs, maybe.
Maybe. It also depends on the driver if they like to save tyres. Because we know we got some people that really love to save a tyre or two to skip a stop. But we've also got drivers that love to push the car to the absolute maximum. But as we just seen, I just seen Smiley there spun at the hairpin as well. Just on board with Panda watching him. It's interesting. Must have just lost it. He'll probably have damage, so he'll need to come back in.
Yeah, Panda's had some good pace around here from what I can see on one lap. So Smiley's okay for damage.
No
so
damage?
Back on track. No damage. So he looks okay.
That is very lucky for him. But it's a very nice livery from Panda. I think, was it his girlfriend picked out for him? If I'm pretty sure. Or the boys have just been lying. As we also got range straight into the pits, followed by Chunky. So, are these guys...
Yeah, they're looking for a light fuel lap, I think, with fresh tyres. So that might give you a couple of attempts compared to a full tank.
It does mean you're giving up a little bit of time and then you're coming out into the traffic if you are in front.
Yeah,
maybe.
Yeah.
As there's also two cars fighting. It's Boosted and Haj. Haj kind of just try to get his lap done while he's got Boosted right up his rear. That's not going to help both the parties, I don't think. But shouldn't, but we always know that Ferrari at one lap pace for qualifying is very quick, isn't it?
Yeah, it is, yeah. I think it suits this track as well, for one lap at least anyway, so over the race will be interesting to see.
That is quite interesting. We were talking about MR cars going to be maybe the better choice here, but Chunky is in third with his Lexus for the now. So maybe they're just better because they can save the tyres. Very puzzling, but his Boosted just goes a little bit off there, a little bit wide behind Haj. He'll reset for another lap. Chunky's winning. We'll go back on board with Alcos, who is a 10th down into the hairpin. But I'm very surprised at how many cars are actually bunched up behind each other.
Yeah, you'd think you'd want a nice gap in front of you just so you got some clean edge to go at. Yeah.
And it's also, you're not gaining to the car too quickly. As well, it's also a difficult pit as we see Boosted and Scott both come into the pits now. But I don't think the toll would be that good really as well, because you would really need to be up behind them to get a really good toll. But
yeah, just coming out the last corner, if you can be close there, I think you can gain down the straight, but it's not massive.
Talking about Smiley, he's improved up to P3 now. Just seen that on the leaderboard. I think just Panda just coming out the pits, so he's put on fresh tyres. Going down the order, is there anyone? It's Smiley, Alicos, I think. Is it Syrup? I'm gonna just call him Syrup. The I forget what his real name is, but Syrup's not pitted. Dad's not pitted. Azul, Snips, and Haj have all not pitted, so we've got a kind of mixture. Oh, is it? Wait, it's Snipes, isn't it? It's not Snipes.
Snipes, yeah. I was wondering who he was on about then.
Oh, sometimes I can't read names. It's the worst thing ever. We've also got Jake in the pits. Is he serving anything? I can't remember if he is. Which is interesting. But jump on board. Wrench has a penalty, so he must have cut something there. But we'll jump on board with Chunky. Was one of the first powers with Wrench. Let's see what he can do now with these fresh tyres and less fuel in the car, so it won't affect the tyres that much, the fuel. But it's very close between him and Smiley right now. If he could sniff out maybe a 10th, it promotes him a place. I think if he sniffs out 2 tenths, he gets up to second. So it's that tight. The area advantage you could really get is going to help you in the long run.
Yeah, and that's where the pit stop does help you. You get less fast laps, obviously, because you got him in that at an 8 lap.
Up.
But yeah, if you are quick, but you just need them extra couple of tenths, it is a good way to do it.
He's not improved on this lap though, so he's still down. Maybe the tyres just not warming up as quickly as we're really coming to the end. I think this is going to be everyone's final lap.
Oh, Chunk's spun it there.
Chunk has spun, so that'll be his call done. And the tyres, I've seen Alico says improving, I'll stick on board with him. But I'm sure everyone now with the lowest fuel they'll get is going to be pushing it.
Yeah.
Which is interesting. I would have thought you would rather the lowest fuel, maybe just a little bit wear tyres. As I hear the car screeching behind, someone else has spun.
Yeah, it's lucky he's gone off as well. Looks like the same corner.
No, I don't think it is Lucky. I think it is. Is it Chunky again? Lucky has a penalty, so he won't improve. This is interesting. Watching the people that have came into the pits, all getting a bit overconfident with the tyres they've got on, maybe.
Yeah, and like you say, I think they do need a lap to warm up. So if they're not quite right, and you get on them curbs, it can just flick you off. So.
Yep. It's now
Alico's shown good pace in the sprint, I hear, so it'd be interesting to see what he can do now.
Well, we're on board with him right now to see what he can do, but he's went very wide and touched the grass going into the final, or the penultimate corner, now into the last corner. Let's see what he can do on the board. No one's improving. Scott has improved. Alicos loses in that time. As we go back, Reg comes in. Is anyone else still there? Snipes is going.
Coming in. There goes Panda.
Panda in the
what a lap.
What a lap as well.
1:44.9. That's one seriously quick lap.
That is crazy. And he was one of the people to put on those brand new tyres, and it's paid off massively. You must have got it right in the window.
And it would have been his second lap on those, I guess, so he would have warmed up enough, I think, to get the most out of them.
That is true. That's difficult to say. We didn't really get to see much of the people that pitted. Well, Scott pitted as well and improved his position, but we never got to see what Chunky Range did with the brand new tyres, not getting them up to temperature. But now it's the race.
It's interesting as well. It looks like Jake didn't set a time, so it looks like he's keen to race from the back.
Yeah. The weather as well. We'll have a look at the weather. I think can it rain here?
It can. It's on dynamic weather, I think, so there's a possibility.
Looking at the weather radar, I did not see any rain. I think they're resetting the lobby. I think they put on mandatory tyres there. And I think this is a race where it's none because of...
It's right, yeah. Tyres are free in this race, so you can pick and choose whatever you need.
That's going to be interesting though to see what the drivers will do then, because if the tyre were as bad as you say, they might jump onto hards at one point, but we all know the hards could sometimes be a little bit iffy to drive on.
Yeah. It's about a second per different tyre, isn't it? So your softs are like a second quicker than mediums, and mediums are a second quicker than hards, by rule of thumb. So, yeah, but it's whether you can get maybe a no stop out the hards.
Be about try to save fuel as well for how long you gotta go.
Yeah, I think it's definitely a one-stop if not a two, depending on what car you're in. So
Just
be interesting to see how the strategies mix.
mhm. It's interesting to see. I'm looking through all the tire wear right now. Most of the boys have put on mediums, but there are still some people on soft. So I don't know if they're sticking with that soft strategy or gonna maybe switch last second to go more under the radar. But I think Syrup is going to be staying on the softs. He's went back out on them as he turns the car around to go backwards. Um, I don't, I don't think that's quicker, but he's getting right on the stream. Maybe he just practiced parking his car up.
Yeah, maybe he's practicing a start. Maybe. Yeah.
It could be. Well, he needs to slow down first. He's in the starting position, so it looks like he is. He was practicing his start. We've
That's
not
the
really
first time
seen
I've seen anybody do that. To be honest.
that.
So.
Yeah, it's very interesting now. Go back through the tire choices. Everyone's on mediums, but except from Syrup right now. And it's interesting. It's now Haj has parked his car. He's trying to practice his start as well. He must be in the stream watching then. It's now all the guys kind of just
Yes.
doing donuts now, aren't they?
Smiley's doing it as well. I think he's.
Oh, he got reset. Well, that's a bit smart there. Just to sit there and it will reset you back to track to practice the start. I don't understand why everyone's now going for it though. We've never really got to see people doing this. As now is Haj. He's from the GT class, just doing donuts right now. But so we're still waiting for the. I think it's the grid. Still waiting for the grid to get settled. I think it should be fine. We'll check the rain radar right now. See if there's any rain coming. Yeah, turn one's going to be interesting to watch here because of the nature of the corner. It's very just tight, isn't it?
Yeah, especially when you get to the apex, there's pretty much one line, so there is going to be a bit of a bottleneck there. So I'll have to be careful.
We'll be have to careful. We've got to be careful, make sure they don't accidentally push someone a bit too wide. You
Yeah.
don't want to get a penalty for that. Or can you even get track limits there? But it's 5 red lights now, and away they go. I think that was a false start from Range there. He's slow off the line. Boosted already powering past when that Ferrari off the line's really good. As now Dad's going down the inside of Chunky. Scott's trying to sail it around the outside. They went free wide. He's got a little bit on the grass, but everyone looks like they made it through though.
Yeah, clean through turn one.
So now we'll stay on board with. We'll go back to the mid pack here. As Scott and Chunky are still going side by side here. Don't want to relinquish any places to each other. But
Chunky's got the inside now, so.
Oh, Smiley's went round. What has happened to Smiley? He's got front
aero damage. Yeah.
Aero. That is not going to be helpful, especially you don't want it on the first lap. But what that has done now, them all fighting really, it's really let Boosted and Panda really pull away. It's gap's over 2 seconds now.
Yeah, I can't see damage on anybody else, so I'm not sure what happened there, but he's obviously hit something with his front end, so
he might have just lost the car and touched the wall, I think.
Maybe, yeah.
As everyone's on mediums, Syrup is on softs right now.
Yeah, Ishmael's on softs. Everybody else is on racing mediums. Yeah.
Oh, is it Ishmael? Is that the name?
I think that's his name. Yeah.
Ishmael. Okay.
LMR. Yeah.
Ah, okay. As we're still watching through it's kind of sorted down, but looking at the two cars out in front, they look like they're just extending the gap compared to everyone else at the field.
Yeah, Panda's staying with Boosted. Slight gap, but they're pulled away from Dad.
They have. And that just might be due to them all fight there. It was probably caused by the incidents we had on the first thing. Especially people going really wide on that grass. Try to use all the track, maybe a bit too much of the track. But it's really hard to pick on someone now, but we'll stay on with... Is it Ishmael again? I forgot his name.
Yeah.
We'll stay on board with Ishmael, who's on those softs. Oh, that looks like a little bit of a concertina effect from them two. I think there was a little tap in the rear from someone.
Jake's done well. He's up to 9th from last but one on the grid, I think.
Last place. He did say he wanted to start at the back of the grid, so he's making it work though. But everyone's still close contention, so really it's difficult to say. Their car's still going side by side. Is now Alicos. I think he's getting overtaken by Wrench. Yeah, overtaken by Wrench, but that has slowed them up now because now Scott is on the scene with Ismail, and it's just showing how much time is looking at his tyres as well. They're not going off as much as I thought the softs would be, but it is only the second lap, so we'll need to wait and see. Maybe he's trying to just use these softs as he tries to go around the outside on this corner. Switches for the inside. Can he make the move stick? It becomes his outside next. As now it's a drag race between the Alfa Romeo and the Nissan down the straight. I'm pretty sure the Alfa Romeo will win out on pace. The Nissan's not that special in the straights, but it's also let Jake through, who's up to 8th, trying to go around the outside of Scott here.
Some good driving there, give each other room. It's nice to see.
It is really nice to see. Especially at that corner, as we know, it's a death corner. It could really hurt you. As these guys are still going side by side. Some beautiful racing here. But it is costing them time going side by side for these corners.
Yeah, the cars behind are putting them in. Yeah.
As now Snipes has a go at Jake now. It's switched from him being the hunter to the one getting hunted. And has Snipes made it? I think he's just made it ahead now. Yes, he has. It was a good move around the outside, but now Ishmael is overtaking Alicos. He's really making these softs go the distance here. Really getting the good...
Yeah, they're definitely working for him now. He's up to 6, so he's making the most of them. It was interesting to see if he could get past, because it's renowned for being a difficult track to get by, but he's managing to do it.
That is true. It's now, go back to the leaders, Panda looks ever so closer to Boosted now. Really keeping tabs on him, not letting him get an easy bit of break, as we know.
So the race pace is there from Panda as well, not just a qualifying lap, so he's in it.
Looking at the times, they're basically doing the exact same lap times. Panda's a little bit quicker, but it's incredible to see as we'll go down the list. As Smiley still stayed out with his damage, but he is catching Haj and Jake in front. So he's making it up as Haj zooms off the track. He's in the gravel. Oh no.
Oh no.
I don't know what happened there. It just looked like... It kind of looked like he just got pinged off the track there. Hopefully he can recover. I'm pretty sure he just needs to get his head down, get the laps going. He'll get back into this race.
Yeah, Smiley's still carrying damage, so potentially he can catch back up with Smiley, make the most of that.
Hopefully. As now we're looking at it, Wrench is getting caught really quickly by Ismail. He's really firing up. He has the fastest lap. He's going for it. He's trying to make up positions at the start of the race, which is interesting. He'll probably be one of the first people to pit. Gets out with the undercut with clean air, and he could look and he can really look after those tyres for a bit. The mediums, if he does go onto them, or if he goes onto another pair of softs, he won't have this dirty air and a little bit less fuel. So, interesting strategy for him to go for.
And see if the softs last long enough, I think, so he can do one stint on the mediums, but he might have to do a 2-stop. I'm not sure. We'll
maybe instead of doing a 1-stop, does, as you said, a 2-stop all softs maybe.
Yeah.
See if he can get them on, but I don't know if he can. There's also something else to note. It looks really cloudy. I don't know if there's rain on the way, but it is looking cloudy as hell. It could look like it. It does look like it might rain, but
yeah, the track looks like there's a mist over it, so to speak. So yeah, it's not looking good. Let the tracks drop cold as well, so that'll probably help with tyre wear.
Ismail's making the move around range. He's really making those softs work. He's put he's set a purple sector, and he's really gunning for it, isn't he?
He's the man on the move, for sure.
He's the man on a mission right now. As now back to the leaders, they're doing roughly the same time, keeping that gap similar. As Chunky's, I think, he's caught up to the back of Dad now. That's interesting to see. The top 3 are all MR, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, it looks like, yeah.
And in 4th place we got an FR. And he's really making the car go. It's got really good pace. If he can keep this up, I'm pretty sure he can catch some people out. And also, Sebi said soft, medium could also work. Just push like crazy with it. Like, there's a strategy. As I think Panda's now made the mistake. So let Boosted get a little bit of a gap on him.
Yeah, he's just over a second off him at the minute, so he's still there. Dad's about 3 seconds behind him at the moment, so he hasn't been dropped that much. They're still in it.
They're still in it. That is definitely one mistake can set you back a lot longer than 3 seconds. But now, looking at the back, just on board with Jake here, he looked pretty close to Scott, but now Smiley's coming back to them. With the aero damage, it will slow you down significantly on the straight. As he goes onto the grass, Smiley again, really pushing the car. His lap times are not bad, so to speak. But it will be interesting to see. He'll probably just want to hold it out till his pit stop.
He's Smider racing on the wheel now. I did hear something that he was switching to wheel. Be interesting to know that.
Did not know that. I've not heard anything in the grapevine. You've probably heard it from me. Not from me. But that's the first time I've heard it. Is now looking at his tyres, Ismail's tyres, they're about looks like they're halfway at the front too. So he's not getting the performance he did, but he's still gaining. As we also missed Chunky, he's got past Dad now. And he's flying in that car.
Yeah, he's in the mid to low 47s, Chunk, so he's got good pace. Matching Panda's pace, pretty much.
Matching Panda's is also, I think, Boosted's made another mistake, just flicking back to compare the times. Because he's under a second now, so maybe it's just a bit of mirroring each other. One makes a mistake one lap, then the other, and they always just stay the same gap.
Yeah, it evens itself out over a few laps, but yeah, it's definitely tight at the top.
It's also Chunky is putting the same time, roughly about similar times. If they start battling and it brings the gap down, you've got all these cars that are roughly doing the same time. You're just going to bring on more pressure. So I wonder if maybe they try not fighting for a while so they can build that gap up. As Chunky goes fastest in the first sector there, purple sector time, but maybe just these two at front, they pick when they're going to make their moves strategically so they don't hold each other up. But it's interesting though. So stay on board with Chunky.
Chunk's got it hooked up, I think, so he's obviously found some pace.
He must have found it. he has been consistent from the 3 earlier races. He hasn't really made many mistakes. He's lost
Yeah,
it down though.
he's had a bit of bad luck at times. Just the wrong place at the wrong time, and ended up off the track. So yeah, if he can keep out of trouble, he could have a good race here.
100% agree. Looking at now Ishmael's times, they're roughly, comparing to Dad, he's still a little bit quicker than Dad, but I think the softs are now starting to lose their juice. They're starting to lose their momentum because I do think Wrench is going to be hunting after him now. But that's interesting. They've lasted until 7 laps for a high deck track. It's pretty much what you're going to get, isn't it?
I think so. You can see now the pace on the mediums is even to the softs at that deck level. So I think, look, he's going to make a move here.
He is. He looks like he's got more momentum. As Ishmael's just not putting a fast lap there. It's roughly 8 times away from Wrench's time. No, 5 times.
Lovely move around the outside, that was.
And I was too busy talking about the times, but Wrench has made another lovely move.
Alikos is now up there as well. He's looking at making a move.
So it's definitely interesting to see. It's now going to be fight. I don't know if Ishmael fights hard. It does lower his time, but he's keeping the other cars from not going as well with him fighting. It's interesting.
I think Alikos as well coming back into it. I think he's quite good with tyre wear. In previous races I've seen, he seems to be a bit of a tyre whisperer at times. So
look at comparing his tyres to, we'll say, with Wrench's tyres. So they're night and day at this point, looking at them. But we know that GTR can be a handful in its tyre wear, so
yeah,
it'll be interesting. Now just having a flick through.
Yeah, I think Scott's caught up with Snipes and he's starting to have a look.
And also Azrael as well. I thought I seen his name behind Alikos. I was right. He must have been in a crash. He's got damage to he's got aero damage and wheel damage as well. That is something you do not want as well, hitting the wheel.
Yeah, it's early to pit on mediums as well, so that'll be frustrating for him.
But you just might lose too much time. Maybe you could get away with it if it was just aero, but wheel damage as well. It's not going to be nice if you stay out. But he is choosing to stay out. We'll have to look at that at the end, but
yeah, he's probably going to give it a lap and see how bad it is time-wise, and make a decision then.
So now we're on board with Snipes versus Scott. Also, look at this. Look at the state of those tyres on the BMW. They don't look that good at all, and that would be worrying as well.
Yeah. Scott just went purple in the first sector as well, I think.
Must have found some pace there. Oh, as we see Snipes wriggling out the corner, really having a problem with his tyres. It's also Smiley's there as well. He's came back into the group, came back in fighting. Scott gets really close to him at the hairpin. Snipes. Oh, this is going to be interesting though.
Yeah, with that tyre wear on Snipes' car, Scott's got the advantage here, I think. If he can get close enough and get a run on him.
That is true. He just needs to get a good run on him. But saying that, I think the BMW is really good on the straight.
Yeah.
Very, very powerful car compared to the Nissans, which is not known for its straight line speed. But Snipes goes very wide of that corner. They're side by side now. Scott's attempting to make the move around the outside. He's got more grip.
Last turn even. Yeah.
And the last turn, now it's a straight line speed. It's BMW versus Nissan. And I think BMW will win out there. Scott tucks back in. Now Smiley's here on the scene.
Yeah, Smiley's showing interest in making a move.
Scott tries to fling it around the outside. He manages it. And what a
He
move.
made it stick. Lovely move.
And now Smiley's going to make the move as well. He's going to try. Scott, I think, just went a little bit defensive there, covering the inside line, realised no one's taking it. So, interesting though. It's just, saying that, looking at the tyres between everyone, that McLaren on its tyres looks so good.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, I think
car.
by far the least tyre wear. Dad's doing well as well with tyre wear. He's making them work.
That's interesting to see. But that BMW, I can't believe it, that tyre of the BMW. It does look like it's a soft. We'll go back to Ishmael.
Yeah,
Looking
Alakos has managed to get past him.
past him, look at the front end of his car. Those tyres, they're not going to be nice for turning. And I think
he's got to be thinking about pitting this lap. Surely, maybe he'll try and eke out another lap, but he's going to lose time, I would have thought.
It's going to be interesting. I think he might be. Well, he can definitely do a soft medium here if he wanted to. Just looking at his tyre where he's got them, he's going another lap, so we'll get them. He's going to try and extend it to 11. And that's the interesting thing is, do you think he might go for the triple softs here? And maybe just has to push one of the stints a bit longer?
It's an option for him. I think when the fuel gets lighter, the softs will last longer. So you can extend them a little bit.
The only thing is he's eking out time here. He's losing a bit of time. So we'll stay on board with SD because it looks like Smiley's having a look now. He's just went from hunting someone with worse tyre wear than him to being the one with the worst tyre wear in the battle.
How quickly it swaps round.
It's always the swings and roundabouts sometimes, isn't it? And Smiley has a look down the inside. It's got to make sure no one's getting past. That's crazy with the McLaren. Could Smiley be going for a medium soft stint for the whole race, one stop? You wouldn't dare think about it. But
yeah, I mean, you're looking around 16 laps, aren't you, for a medium. So how far can he go past 16?
It's interesting to note, looking at the other cars, like everyone on the Nissans, just looking at their tyre wear as well, it's nearly went off. Can they eke it out to 16 laps with that tyre wear? Be close, won't it?
Yeah, that'd leave, I think, 18 for the last stint, so it's a bit iffy. It might be 17.
As we got Reg first one then, he's decided to hop off the tyre. As now Ishmael jumps in, Scott jumps in, Snipes jumps in, Jake jumps in, everyone's jumping in. I think they're committing to the free stop here now. Oh, the two stop, not the free.
Two stop, yeah, medium, soft maybe.
It's interesting.
I think it's a good decision because once the tyre wear gets down, you do lose a lot of grip, and it's so easy to go off on this track. So just for keeping it on the track, it's a good move, I think.
More safety on, I think, for some of them. Not wanting to risk losing even more time by going off the track getting damage. Just looking at Boosted now, he's really pulled away from Panda. Gap has went up significantly. He's kind of in a no man's land, I think, because he's too far away from Boosted, too far away from Chunky, but sometimes
his tyre wear is slightly better as well.
That is interesting as well. Right, I've drove the Ferrari. Sometimes it's not got the best tyre wear at all. It loves burning up tyres, but maybe he's found a secret with it to extend it. It's also Chunky's tyre wear. He's suffering more than them on the front right, but the front left looks A-okay as well. continuously pushing on now.
Yeah, he's still in touch with Pandis. He's doing all right. So, like you say, anything can happen. Just get one wheel wide and you can lose 3 seconds quite easily.
It's now, I've just went back to see what the old Petty done. Everyone went on the softs except from Ishmaeli. He's went on to softs. Everyone else mediums. So I think he might be trying the two-stop with all softs maybe. So now Ashel comes in to get that damage fixed now. Would not have been helping him in his laps. Now
yeah, you can see his lap times dropped out the 47s into the 49s, so it's definitely affected his pace.
Just looking at the front three for fuel there, Bush's got a lot more fuel than the cars behind him. By like a significant amount as well.
Yeah. And that will save him time in the pit stop, so yeah.
Very interesting. So we'll go back to Alcos. So looking at his times, he's keeping it consistent, isn't he? The only thing is now, these guys out in front have got to watch out for not getting undercutted by the guys behind that have already pitted. But I'm sure these guys are they're doing a different strategy compared to the rest of the grid. But
yeah, the closer they get to 16, 17 laps, sort of brings them into a one-stop window. So,
which is interesting. Just looking at the gaps, try to have a look at their fuel percentage. Range putting on a lot more fuel compared to everyone behind them, so maybe
he's possibly fueled to the end, so he doesn't have to waste time in the last pit stop with fuel.
Maybe. It's going to be interesting. Maybe just taking on more fuel because he knows he can take that tire to that lap. Maybe just, as you said, saving time in the pits. But he's got Ishmael who's on those softs chasing after him. And he's very close now.
Yeah, so do these pair want to battle, or would Lucky just let him get past and try and keep in his slip for as long as he can?
Oh, I don't think Lucky. He looks like Ishmael's just looking for trying to overtake him. I don't know if Lucky will just let him. He won't just let him walk through. He'll have to earn it, but he won't try and battle him too hard, surely.
He's hard to get past as well. Lucky, he can be very good defensively.
That is true. But now they're coming up to Haj now. So that's going to throw a wrench as well, because Haj is still out on those same tyres. Can he just... Or will Haj battle this? Technically, as per position, as there's a yellow flag out in front, it's Smiley again. He's off the road again. He's spun.
And he's picked up damage again. Front aero and front right wheel suspension.
I think he had that front aero damage, but he does have that suspension damage now as he races into the pits.
Yeah, he hadn't pitted, had he? So yeah.
He has. He's in the pits now. There's a freeway fight for 6th place. Hash will definitely just try and hold on. Are these guys going to go free wide into the first turn? I think Hash just drops out knowing it's not his battle right now. So now we'll have to get back to these two. A drag race into the next corner, it looks like. Ishmael's got the inside. It's going to become Wrench's inside now. Wrench holds on. Missed some good battling as well into this first sector.
Yeah, it's great racing.
It's also Snipes gets past SD there. I've noticed that position change. It's now We'll go back up, we'll see if there's any other commotion further up the field. Having a look at the tyres and that, Panda's going to be coming in soon. Front left is not kind to him. I'm sure he'll definitely want to try and extend it one more lap. As you said, if you can get to lap 16, it will definitely be a one-stop.
Yeah, he's going again, so...
But looking at everyone's tyres and that, I think there is some outliers, but they're roughly about the same as each other. So just looking after the tyres is really helping them out. So we'll go back. What did Smiley went on to Meachams? So he's on a set of Meachams again. He's making battle with Azrael here, who have both had damage in the exact same bits of damage as each other. So
yeah, both on fresh mediums, so it's an even playing field.
Even fighting as well. Maybe they don't want to fight. Maybe they just want to try and work together and get to the back of the grid in front. With these guys battling, as now Snipes is back behind SD or Scott. He's over a second. He must have lost it somewhere then. So now Haj has got a go. He's getting back into a fight. He's got SD behind him now. And I do wonder about what Haj's idea is with his battling here. Will he try and fight these guys hard? Because stopping these guys is basically they'll be on the same strategy if he's going for a one stop. So I'd imagine he would maybe try and put up a fight, but SD just flings it down the inside with a much more grip. He just gets the position there. But it is interesting. So just went back to the leaders to see who's they continue on. Everyone does up there. Alicos joins them on it. As Scots went deep into a corner, Hash gets back through, and Snipe's going to get back through. They're still side by side. I mean, Hash is doing what he has to do, really. Just be out there and be annoying. Let them make the mistakes. These guys are still side by side. Nissan...
He's doing Hadge a favour, without doubt.
Yeah, will be. As these guys are still side by side on the straight. It is the Nissan versus the BMW. We know the BMW is quicker, but as they still go side by side. Scott loves to swoop around the outside, and he does it again, doesn't he?
Yeah, keeps the momentum and speed up. Great move.
Now, Snipes under... I thought he was going to give him a little bit under threat there from Jake, as he's joined the scene. But this will do a lot. This is going to help Hash a lot as well with his race. Because he'll be now going for those new mediums if he's doing this one stop. And he'll have, roughly you would expect, a little bit more pace than these guys. Since these new mediums ain't new anymore. A couple lap old. As now Smiley overtakes Azrael. But sorry for interrupting.
Yeah, I was going to say the tyres, they do, after a couple of laps, the mediums do get better. So they will be switching on. Snipes has picked up a penalty, second.
I just seen that. It's also, SD's got back in front of Haj, just showing how much he's struggling with these tyres. As now Panda's pulled the gun with Chunky. Both Chunky and Panda have pulled the trigger, come in, make their pit stop now.
Boosted and Dad stay out, extend another lap. Yeah.
It's interesting. Alcos joins him in the pits now. Let's see where these guys will relatively come out to range, and he's pitted earlier than these guys.
See if the undercut worked.
Panda looks like he's straight back out. Chunky's out again. Oh, it's going to be close. They just got out in front of him. As Alicos just behind them. The other two are out in front, brand new mediums to go to the end. As I just noticed, how much is the gap came down between Panda and Chunky, by the way?
Yeah.
Just
Chunk's
showing.
right on him. Yeah.
Mm.
So that was the time Panda probably lost by staying out for the extra couple of laps. Chunky was at his normal race pace.
That is true. Oh, Ismail just a little bit twitchy there, but it's going to be interesting. Alico's coming out in front of SD, and I think what's happened with Haj? Haj just came in for his stop, so he's pulled the gun. He's done what he needs to done, which is really keep with these guys, annoy them to the full extent. But we'll go back on this. Oh, Scott touches Alico's a little bit too hard. No damage though. But that's the trickiest thing now, is Alicos will want to be trying to warm up his tyres. He's just came out the pits, so they'll be a bit cold, not in the proper window. As now Jake gets past Snips because of the penalty. So he'll be trying to warm it up. That's not going to help him. Now Dard pulls the pin on going in the pits. Boosted stays out another lap. Now I wonder what Boosted is thinking here.
Possibly going for softs, or maybe just come back out on mediums and have best tyres at the end of the race to defend.
That's true. Let's see where Dad comes out. He's going to come out. He's going to come out just in front of Alicos.
He stayed on the mediums.
Stayed on the mediums. But Alicos has really pulled more time to him now. That undercut has worked for him. It's interesting now to see 32 seconds. Questionable. I do not know the... That is true. I'm just looking at that. He'll have to put on more fuel. Looking, all these guys will. As Jake's now past Snips. Oh, Snipes, sorry. I call him Snips. Keep doing it. He's got past now, but he is under threat from him. And looking at the BMW's tyres, he's better than his first stint.
Yeah, I just noticed Hadge is carrying front aero damage as well, so he's had some sort of off.
Oh, that's not what he'd have wanted. That's definitely not what he'd have wanted. That's going to mean he's a bit slow in the straights, but I mean, if Smiley could carry around and keep relative pace, what's saying that Haj can?
Yeah, and he'll gain a bit of an advantage when the second stoppers stop it, but it just depends how much he can pull them in.
Boosted went another lap again. He's still setting personal bests in the first sector with those tyres, so it's a bit interesting. As the gap is coming down between the two. Boosted is losing roughly about 2 seconds a lap.
Yeah, there's a quick lap from Panda there, 46.7.
46.7, and he is bringing Chunky with him. So if these guys do get the undercut on him, he's just a purple for sector. So we're talking about him going quickly. He's using those tyres now. It's interesting now. We're nearly roughly over 2/3 of the race done. And we did say it was cloudy at the start, but sun looks like it's out, so I don't think rain's coming anytime soon. So there won't be a twist of rain in the fairy tale.
Yeah, it looks like the weather's improving, doesn't it? So
and
I'm sure the drivers will be happy with that.
It's interesting to see. It looks like he is going to try and extend to the softs, Boosted. But is it the right option to try and extend to those softs? Or is he just going long as he can to give him basically two options?
Yeah, it's an interesting one. I mean, what would it be, 13 laps on softs? I'm not sure whether that's a good idea at the minute, but maybe mediums and just have some really healthy mediums for the last 10 laps or so. Yeah.
His pace is still good with those tyres though. He's still in the low 48s, which is crazy. Don't think I could do that with my tyres. As now Panda sits the fastest lap, he's putting down the rubber time now. He's really going for the undercut approach.
Yeah,
Kind of leaving Chunky a bit now. It's built the space up. It's now Alucos looks a lot closer. Dad now.
yeah, he's
Gab's
caught up.
he's
Yeah,
caught up now. Maybe that's just because Alucos was a bit fuel saving a bit. As now we go back to Jake and Snipes. These guys are still battling from the last time we seen them. I think Snipes has made the overtake. Yeah, that looks comfortable there. And it's very interesting. We'll stay on with that and see if this battle progresses. We do know how the Porsche does love this track as well. I mean, the Porsche loves most tracks, doesn't it? So
yeah, it's a good all-rounder, so it's not surprising to see it doing well here.
As these guys in front, I'm still thinking Ishmael. Does he go? I would maybe try go for the undercut on a medium for him if he's got the pace on them. Because sitting behind range shares, hurting his softs a lot. He'll need to get that clean air.
Yeah, he needed to get past Wrench early on, didn't he?
Yeah.
He's managed to keep him off, so like I mentioned earlier, he's not that easy to get past Wrench.
And it's definitely, the track won't be helping him as well. It's not really a track you can really overtake. Maybe the straights that your best bet, but you need a car that can deliver the power at that point. But it does mean now that Dad's on the back of them, so that's going to be an interesting.
Within half a second nearly. Yeah.
Boosted's still out, by the way. He's still going. I think he might be going for the softs then.
He's losing. He can do another lap as well, looking at his tyre wear.
Yeah. 11, 12 lap softs. I'm pretty sure they can make it.
Yeah, looking at how he's made these mediums last, I don't think that'd be too much of a problem for him.
Yeah. Oh, as he slides! He's really, that might change his strategy there if he keeps on sliding like that.
And that's how easy it is, you know, one little mistake like that and you're off.
As he slides again there and he's off. As soon as you said that, he's off the track.
Commentator's curse strikes again.
Commentator's curse, and Panda will be happy. I think Panda and Chunky will be happy that he's been off. How much time did he lose there? We gotta see. Time now dripping down.
Surely he's got to be coming in now.
He's sliding everywhere. He's struggling to get in the pits. Did he go over the white line there? As you can see, he's lost nearly
8 seconds, I think. He was 31 seconds in front at one point.
Roughly. Let's see what the pit stop's saying here. Where does Panda come out on all of this? I'm sure he wants to jump right ahead of him. If he can get that done, then it's a straight bulldog fight for the end. I think he is going to come out in front.
Panda's, he's level.
On the level.
He's just got past.
It's now, he's went on mediums. He didn't go for the softs. Now he's got Chunky as well, who's right there. It just shows you maybe he should have just came in early. As you said, those tires.
Softs would have made sense, but mediums you could have minimised the wear on the middle set and just used a bit more of the last set. So yeah, interesting.
And we definitely know.
Brings Chunky and Panda right back in the mix now.
They are in the mix. They're definitely going to end. Look at their tyres. They're pretty much really good here. They only pitted on lap 17. The only thing is they'll struggle at the end compared to boosted tyre.
He will gain the advantage, in the last few laps.
But this is now, has thrown a wrench, him sliding all around. His dad's went a little bit off. They've caught up to range here. He's still out on those tyres. I think Ismail's jumped into the pits. I think he's doing the undercut. We'll see what he's on. He's went on for another softs to the end. He is behind Azriel and Smiley, who've not had the best of the luck today with their race. Just a couple of mistakes. But looking at it, we need to go back to these guys at the front, I think. It's just a question.
We seem to have two groups at the minute. Obviously, the front three, and then positions 5, 6, and 7.
Open.
So, two battles to the end by the look of it.
We just got to remember though, Wrench does have to pit again. He pitted really early, didn't he?
He did, yes, at lap 11 or something like that. His tyres are pretty much
shot.
75-80% shot, yeah.
I think I just heard boosted setting the fastest first sector there, but can't really check. But boosted is coming up under our rate or not now. Oh, he made the mistake. I think that was a mistake for him to go out that long on those tyres. I think it would have just been better to play it safe.
Yeah, I think how much they run off at the end caught him out a bit. I think it was a bit of a surprise to him.
He's hitting another purple. He's got still purple up on Panda's fastest lap. As I think we just see, is that Panda there flashing down the straight? I hope that's just a bug and not him actually flashing the straight when he's in an intense fight.
He normally flashes when he's behind somebody, not in front of people.
Oh.
I think Asriel can vouch for that one.
I think he can. The boosted from his lap that he's came in, this is, I think, his first proper lap. Aside from his out lap, he's closed that gap so much in this one lap.
Yeah, he took nearly half a second. I think he was 1.4.
Oh, and that is why he's setting the fastest lap of the race. But now is a question of, if these guys battle hard, it does bring Chunky back into this. There's also Wrench is still out on those tyres.
Is Wrench thinking of going softs on the last stint and maybe having better pace, work his way back through the field?
As I think
Dad's all over the back of him at the minute.
It's got Alikos is all over the back of him as well. Alikos just had a look down the inside there, thinks better of it and backs out. So
it's like Wrench is the cork in the bottle at the minute.
Right. And Dad sends it down the inside. Oh, a little bit of the door banging there. But they all get through and they all get through safe as Wrench is still on. I still try to battle with these guys. Try to go around the outside of Alikos here. But I'm pretty sure...
Sorry, go on.
Yeah. You can go, it's okay.
Yeah, great driving from these three. It's 3 wide, 2 wide, round these corners. It's not easy.
It's definitely not. But I think they've got past the cork in the bottle now, so I think that's when Wrench will probably decide to come in and change those tyres. It's an interesting...
Is Boosted had an incident? Oh,
Boosted has. Oh, he has had an incident.
Chunky's passed.
And look how much time he's dropped. He was roughly, when we seen him on the straight, he was about 8 tenths behind. He's now 8 seconds behind Panda.
Panda will be smiling.
Panda will be smiling. All he needs to do is keep it on the track. I would imagine unless Chunky could do a late charge.
He's done well to keep himself in it, Chunk, so
yeah,
he's made the most of it to keep himself there at the end, so let's see how this unfolds. Boosted's now dropped nearly 9 seconds behind Panda.
Oh, maybe he is struggling, maybe it's the temperature of the track. Those tyres might not be warming up as well as he thought. He might have done a fastest lap, but it won't be the same as anything else.
And Dad. I think
these two battling side by side.
Yeah.
Really coming out. Wrench, I just seen Wrench on softs now. He's made his last stop.
He's going to have good pace till the end, I would have thought. He's going to have to work his way through traffic.
No, I think the main battle on track is maybe Canada versus the USA.
The North Americans.
The North Americans dueling it out for 4th and 5th. Unless someone can join the battle.
Scott's only 4 seconds off, so if they do battle, maybe that'll work in his favour and he can draw him in.
I don't know. Looking at his tyres though,
they're not very good, are they?
I think he's going to pat again, maybe to the softs now.
Yeah.
Went back on boosted. He's made the gap from 2 Panda 6.6 right now, so he is closing the gap at the rate or not. But he has to get through. He has to get past boosted. Chunky first. Sorry.
Yeah, and that won't be easy. Yeah, I'm sure Chunky will make his car as wide as he can. 45, eh?
A 45 on the mediums. He's really pushing the car. I think he's going all or nothing now.
He's probably kicking himself for those couple of mistakes.
Yep. I think Panda will be begging Chunky to hold him up as much as possible. He surely will be. But
he's probably offering him money in the party.
With the pace he goes right now, he'll be catching... What lap does he catch Panda at? If he can keep this pace. About 3 laps time. If he keeps this pace. But he's got to get past another car. He won't be able to keep that pace. Surely God he won't be. I'm glad I'm not in this tier anymore if people are doing that. So,
yeah, it's another level, isn't it?
It's going faster again. He's going faster again. He's really a man on a mission.
Bit of a tank slapper out the corner. He held it.
He held it. He will be, if he doesn't... Oh, he will be ruined over those mistakes. I think Panda might be stepping up a gear here, by the way, to respond. He seems
to maintain the gap a little bit, but interesting to see this lap time.
Just the tyre wear difference between the drivers is not good. I think now Chunky's got to be locked into battle here. There's still roughly how many laps after this one? 6 laps?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Pretty much 6 laps left. He's got to close the gap to 4 seconds. He's got to close a 4-second gap in 6 laps, so at the rate he's going, he's gonna be able to do it. It's now the 2 front boys are Chunky dipping into the 148s. Panda just he's keeping the 147, but it's a high one, so for boosted is there. I'll go back and watch Alcos and Dad for a bit. We'll switch back to them when they're a bit more closer.
I think these guys just needs to keep it in the 47s now if he can. Just be consistent.
So he's got to get his head down and just not worry about it too much. Just keep going. But Alcos finally, I think, got past Dad. So these guys are going to be fighting to the end. Just having another look back for the grid.
Yeah, Dad has slightly better tyre wear, but not much in it.
I think Haj just paid and he's got more damage. Not a nice race for him tonight. But we'll go back up in front because that gap looks so closer now. These guys will be fighting. He hasn't really took that much time out of Panda in this. He's getting held up by Chunky now.
Interesting to see the pace down the straight from these 2 cars, the Lexus versus the Ferrari.
I think I would put my money on the Lexus being the faster car.
I think so, yeah.
But
it's going to make it difficult for Boosted to get by.
Oh, but the Ferrari in the slip is pretty quick. I think he's just got past here. Oh, he gets in front now. There's nothing holding him anymore. It's now Boosted versus Panda. With 5 laps to go now. He's got
3 seconds to make up.
I think he will close the gap. I think it's up to Panda now to defend if he wants to win this. Yeah. He's got to put everything on the line.
Panda's mid 47s with Boosted late mid 46s, so it's doable. It's gonna be close, I think.
The thing is with that time as well, he was behind Chunky, so he'd have been getting held up there.
Yeah, dirty air as well. Yeah.
As you can see, the times it's peeling away. You can tell by the different state of the tires. Boosted tires, you wouldn't even believe him if he was on them for. It's crazy how good his tires are in that Ferrari. That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, it's right. He's making them work somehow. He's got the knack.
He's got the knack, and I think Panda, has lost nearly a second now to Boosted. That is eking away. I definitely know Panda will definitely want to win this.
Has Panda won a elite race yet?
He's not won an elite. He's won the qualifying races, but I don't think he has ever won an elite race, and this will be a first for him. So I'm sure he'll put everything on the line with these last 4 laps to go now.
Would be great to see another driver, reach the Hall of Fame. So
the only thing is, look at the lap times. He's losing 2 seconds to Boosted because of that tyre wear. He's really got to put on a defensive masterclass here to really make sure he keeps it. It's going to be a Lambo versus a Ferrari. 2 Italian teams as well. So let's hope the strategists don't call to box for the Inters. That's the only thing.
Maybe that's what Panda's hoping for, a bit of rain, but it don't look like it's going to happen.
It doesn't look like. He's just going to have to hope that Boosted makes another mistake. He has made a mistake on the fresh tyres before, so he's really just hoping that anything will happen to him. As Boosted's flashing the lights at Panda now.
The tables have turned. Panda's having some light flashing for a change.
I think
there we go.
Boosted went a little bit deep into the hairpin. That's something. Chunky's got a 0.5 behind them.
He's got a 14-second gap to Alico, so that penalty won't affect him too much.
But now he's there. He's going to be feeling the dirty air now off a Panda, and Panda will definitely be pushing this car home. He'll be hoping the laps will get counting down as quickly. He wants the race to end now. Why not 30 laps? He's saying. I bet he is. But now Boosted's on the back. It's 3 more laps. Can Panda hold on 3 more laps?
Boosted's in the slip.
Boosted's in the slip. He's got to hold on to it. Boosted looks everywhere. He holds on to the first corner now. He's going to try and make this Lambo as wide as he can. As Boosted goes round!
Oh no!
No way. That means Chunky comes through now. He gets second. And I think
he hasn't picked up damage, luckily, but it's 11 seconds plus now.
I don't think that's enough time. I don't think that's enough time for him to catch. Unfortunately. As we'll check down the list, someone is off the track as well. It's Haj.
Yeah.
But I think this
4 seconds ahead. Chunky's got a half-second
penalty.
3 laps to go.
3 laps to go. He's not really put a foot wrong, Panda, has he, this whole race?
Great drive today from Panda.
It's been great. This is intense. This is getting very intense now.
Panda's tyres are wearing down as well, so they're going to be getting sketchy. So he's going to want to look after them as best he can.
They can. I think he just takes it. Well, we always say take it slow and nice, but sometimes that's where you can make the big mistakes when you're not 100% on it. But all he's got to do is just drag that car home. Get it home. I do feel sorry for Boosted though. He's probably wondering if he just went in roughly at the same time as them, what could have been in this race?
Yeah, he's been unfortunate today. That Ferrari's bit him a few times. So.
Looking at his fuel as well, has he underfueled the car? Because usually the light comes up when it's only 2 laps.
It's going to be close then. Starting lap 32.
And he's also boosted. He's got to make sure he doesn't make another mistake. He's got Alikos and Dad behind him by only like less than 5 seconds, so it's interesting to see. But we'll scroll down the list of drivers quickly as we'll go on to Wrench. Look at his softs. Oh my goodness.
He's going to struggle to get to the end on them.
As SD's flashing his lights in the background.
He wants a piece of this.
He's definitely wanting a piece of this. Look at the times everyone's bleeding. Scott's putting on decent times. He's kept the tyres good for the last 2 laps, so he'll be hunting down that 7th place. Comparing lap times, as well as I think Ismail just gets a little bit, they're getting a little bit physical now. The track's cold, the tyres are off. As now Ismail goes the wide route. Reg goes the small route, but now SD's here, so they may have to go free wide into a corner now. And also Smiley's made a really good recovery as well.
Yeah, up to P6 now.
Up to P6. Had that spinning damage off the first lap.
I'm sure he'll be happy with that as a recovery drive, so...
Yeah, I've just seen with Panda, he's built the gap up to Chunky even more now. He's not letting the foot off the gas at all.
Yeah, sticking to the mid-48s. He's good pace.
So now Chunky hits the 149s now.
His tyres are looking a bit worn.
Boosted jumps in the pits. He's underfueled the car. Has he underfueled the car?
He must have. He wouldn't be pitting now. His tyres are great.
Right, yeah.
It must be fuel.
Must be fuel. But
He's already got fastest laps, so we don't need that.
That's interesting. He might get. Yeah, he has put on more fuel as well. He did run out. He didn't have enough. I'm glad I said that. I did catch that at the glimmer of my eye.
That promotes Dad, Smiley and Alikos.
Smiley's went wide though, so he was promoted for a little bit. Maybe just struggling on those tyres since it's cold. And also, Scott has got past Qatar and that, but he's went wide. He's went into the gravel now.
Oh.
Everyone's struggling. I think it's just how cold the track is now. Everyone's struggling for the grip.
Yeah, as soon as it gets dark, the track temperatures drop and it can cause problems. So catching people out by the look of it.
It is. I think the only guys that's not catching is the front guys. Panda's lead's been eaten into by Chunky now. But I think they're just trading time here.
Yeah, not a lot in it with tyre wear, so it's pretty even.
They definitely they made sure they got their right. They've done a little bit more fuel than they need to, maybe a lap over fuel. But I mean, you'd rather overfuel the car than underfuel it, as we just seen with boosted, which is crazy though.
Panda starts his last lap.
Panda
5-second lead to Chunky.
Okay. He used to be called the People's Champ, so he's putting on self-proclaimed as he comes to lap Jake here, who were in a team for the podium, weren't they? I was in that team as well. So I think now Panda's just trying to get around the course and not push the car. I think Chunky might be trying to push just in case.
Yeah, he's brought it back into the 48, so I think he's giving it one last push.
As we'll look down,
Panda will be trying to manage the gap.
As we look down, I don't see any more commotions. There's not really people close to each other, except from Alikos and Dad. We'll pick up Panda when he goes into the last couple of corners. I just hope he's not messing around with the cars right now and just get that car home. You know what happens. But the gap has stayed at 5 seconds. I do think Chunky is pushing, but I don't think there's enough time. There's not enough laps, not enough corners.
Yeah, great drive from Chunky today.
Yeah.
He kept out of trouble, and I think that's been his downfall the last couple of races at times. He just seems to be in the wrong place at the wrong time. So, yeah, great drive.
Great drive. As we pick up now, we're on board with Panda, who's coming around the second last corner. then he's going to hit the last corner. It's going to be the straight, and I think that's it. He's done enough. I think that's him won it now. Panda is the race winner as well. As Chunky now comes over the line to take second. Both brilliant drives from the pair of
Yeah,
them.
well-deserved podiums for both. Yeah, great drives.
And Alicos, I don't think he would have thought he would have got third from how the race shaped out, but he's got it.
Yeah, he just seems to come from nowhere.
Oh, yeah.
Keeps his head down and just keeps putting them laps in. Great drive from Alicos as well.
And also from Dad, also just kept it positive, just kept it going. And commiserations to Boosted. I don't think nothing really went his way the day did it.
No, you'll probably want to forget about this one. Great pace today, fastest lap. But yeah, just those couple of mistakes cost him dearly.
As we got Smiley here, the game's a bit laggy. We've got Smiley now, who had damage off the start. Great recovery, get back up into sixth. Definitely a lot of people would have just, their heads would have dropped, but he's really put in the effort and got the reward he deserves from it.
Yeah, staying out with the damage paid off in the end, I think.
Ismaili, the only person not to be on the mediums, he comes in 7th for a wacky strategy, but a wacky strategy can work sometimes, and I feel like he'll be proud of where he finished. Then to Azul, who also had damage, it was great for him to recover. He's got back up to 8th, and he must have been battling SD, because SD's there right beside him looking at the gap super close.
Yeah, it's a 0.3 of a second over the line, so...
And what could have been those guys? What could have been with Wrench as well? They went on the softs, they just didn't last at all, did they?
Yeah, that car has really punished those tyres. Yeah, so not much more he could do there, I don't think.
I think Snipes was in 11th there. He had some good showings, but I think the BMW just let him down with the tyre wear, didn't it? It was very punishing.
Yeah. It was in that BMW.
And then Jake had 12. We've seen him up there. He must have just had a couple of incidents that sent him maybe a little bit down the order. And then Haj, just not having the best day, was he, Haj?
No, I think it went from bad to worse, didn't it, for him? But I'm sure he'll have enjoyed the practice, ready for the next race.
I'm sure he will. That's been a brilliant race so far as well. It's been close battlings, been drama and everything, but
yeah, seriously fast drivers pushing it. You know, anything can happen. So really good to watch.
That was. I think next week will be round 5. I think we're at Road Atlanta. One of my favourite tracks. I love that track.
Mine too. Looking forward to that one.
So we'll catch you all later, and goodbye.
Yeah. Good evening, everyone.